Hi, it's Bossy here. So you need to get 3 new listings fast, right? So perhaps you're in a slump and right now your pipeline is empty and you're wondering where that next client is going to come from, right? And you're hoping that referrals will come in. So now instead of relying on just luck, right? So somebody to reach out to you out of nowhere, I'm going to explain to you step by step how to take control of that and how to generate 3 new listings in just next 30 days from now. And what I really like about this method is that even if you're not great at cold calling, you're not great at social media content, you don't have a bunch of money, right? You can quickly use this strategy to get new listing agreements signed fast without spending anything on your marketing. And I worked one-on-one with hundreds of agents ranging from top 10 mid-sized teams to top 10 individual producers in the US to regular new real estate agents alike. And this is what I've seen work from time and time again to get you back to speed fast. So let's go ahead and jump right to it. So what it is and when to use it, it's a 3-part tactical process for getting out of slump, building a pipeline fast, and then this process taps into your existing audience and database and generates direct clients and referrals. So you can break the cycle of doom without cold calling and stop passively also waiting for a deal to come in. Now, tactic number 1 is hot list outreach. So for everyone whose addresses what we do is that we send out unsolicited CMA as a private message on Facebook Messenger, Instagram DMs, or SMS to your network of people, again, whose addresses you already know. These are sphere, past clients, past leads, etc. And we want to advance that conversation to an appointment or obviously a referral. So let's go over a step-by-step process for this. You will want to send the following message, again, on Facebook Messenger, DMs, or SMS. You send, hey, name, send that, and then immediately after you send, I just want to do a quick equity update for you. It looks like the homes like yours are selling between $650,000 to $675,000, depending on condition and amenities. And I'm not sure if you've had any thoughts of selling this year, but even if you don't, I wanted you to know where you're at. And here's a quick equity update. You link a CMA that you did for them with something very, very quick. So don't use a tool that takes you 1 hour to create, something that takes 5 minutes or less, right? And you link that CMA to them. Now here, they will reply to your message. So they say, thank you, we're not looking to make anytime soon. That's okay. You say something like, no wonder your home is amazing. As you saw in the report, home values have shifted a bit, and we're doing a lot of these this week to get people clear on their situation. Who do you know who'd find a report like this useful or timely? All right, so we're going to go after referral. This is something to expect. Most of the people, they're not making a move right now, obviously, because we're doing an unsolicited CMA, but we can still generate a referral, and that's where we're going to go after. And if you are already familiar with real estate, you've been in real estate for a long time, you know that most of the business comes from referrals. 33% of the business in real estate are referral businesses, so referral transactions. Now, at this point, they can also say, hey, we're actually looking to sell later this year. This was helpful. Thank you. At that point, we're just simply going to progress that conversation toward a quick 10 to 15 minute chat. And then we're going to lock in a time for that either tomorrow or Thursday. As soon as possible, we want to have that chat going for us. Now, if you want to have this document sent to you for free, just comment 3 listings under this video and we will send that to you for free. Now, for everyone else in your social network or past client base, we want to send a curiosity-based opener to find out whether someone is in the market and then advance that into the phone call. So step-by-step process for this, we say, hi name, I'm not sure if this is for you, but there's a new listing coming to the market that I think will sell in a matter of days. So would it be helpful if I sent you all the details? Wait for a reply, and after they reply, we provide them with all the information about the sale and offer a free home valuation report to them. So alternatively, or if they reply positively but in the market, so you say something like, makes sense, wanted to share this to my network first before this goes public. If you know people who are in the market, happy to loop in them too. Again, we go for that referral. So very straightforward as far as this tactic number 1. And as you notice, we're immediately reactivating some of those leads, immediately reactivating some of that sphere without being salesy, without spamming anything. Now, one thing to keep in mind with this tactic is obviously this is not a tactic where you do this for 5 people and tomorrow you're closing on 3 listings, right? You have to put in the volume, you have to put in a lot of people. And what you can pretty much expect is that when you do 100 outreach like this, you're probably going to get roughly 5 to 10 people that are either going to give you a referral or they're going to have some sort of conversation with you, right? Something that's going to actually progress. So make sure sure when you do this, right, you're reaching out to a lot of people, make it a consistent habit. And let's say you do something like 30 outreaches per day, right? By the end of the month, right, you have done roughly 1,000 of these. So the more you do, the better. And when you put a lot of volume to it, it's going to become very, very easy. And obviously, the longer you've been in the business, the more people you have in your database, the more leads, right, the easier it is to do. However, we are also going to go over a next strategy, which is going to show you how to do this type of outreach without having the existing sphere. So existing sphere is not necessarily necessary to do this. So the tactic number 2 will be your Facebook Marketplace listing. So how this works is that you create a Facebook Marketplace property listing to generate inbound inquiries from people in the market. And then we use social selling to qualify the leads, talk to them, and set appointments. So step number 1 is you create a Facebook Marketplace listing. You simply go on Facebook Marketplace, and then you may be wondering at this point, well, how do I get a listing to promote? Well, all you have to do is just ask permission from someone in your team if you can promote one of their listings to bring them buyers. Or obviously, if you have your own listing, that is the best. So if you have that, just put that there. And then the more desirable the listing, the better it works, obviously. Now, listing name itself, just add a headline highlighting hottest features of the home. So something like fully renovated 5-bedroom home with pool in Austin, right? Or whatever area you have the home in. And then you add in description, very typical description, nothing too crazy. Only thing to keep in mind is like here at the end, say something like, if you'd like to get the full details and pictures of the home, message me info. So you get people to message you, not going to a link or something like that. Get them to message you, super important. And pictures, very straightforward. Add the 3 of the best pictures, 1 exterior, 2 interior pictures, and obviously set the price as it is. And at this point, we just wait for inquiries and proceed on to the step number 2 as these inquiries come in. So inquiries, obviously when these come in, we convert these inquiries into phone calls. So when people reach out to you from this listing and message you that info, you're going to start the social selling process. So they're going to send you that message, the info, and then from that point you say, hey name, what's the best email to send over the full details of XYZ home to you? From there, we're going to immediately send this following message. Also, we're looking for homes specifically with pools or whatever the feature is, or what's your number 1 criteria when you're looking at a house. So I just came across another property that might actually be one of those very best deals in the market area right now. I could share that with you too if you would find that useful. So at this point, they're going to reply back to you. And then at that point, you say something like, okay, makes sense. Just send over those 2 via email. What does your timeline look like for buying? Do you have a specific time frame in mind, or are you still a little bit unsure? And then at that point, you say, sounds good. Do you have a 5 to 10 minutes chat later today? I'll be happy to set you up with a new complimentary AI listing alert system that pings before anyone else when a new home that perfectly matches your criteria hits the market, if you'd be open to that. And at that point, again, we get them on that phone call. On the phone call, we have a little chat, qualify them, right? And if you're qualified, from there, we can progress the deal down the pipeline. So wait for reply, call them on Messenger then at that time, or ask for a phone number if you want to do that. And if they don't respond at any of these stages, we can just follow up. So bumping this on the top of your inbox, following up on this, question mark, and hey, just want to make sure you don't lose on this shuffle. And that way, as you start doing these conversations, these are going to start to flow in as well. Now, let's go ahead and go over tactic number 3. Tactic number 3 is direct call to action content. So how this works is that you post a direct call to action social media post on your social media profiles and send email broadcasts to your email database. So here are some templates for that. Example number 1, market has changed. Hi friends, because our local real estate market has changed recently, I'm spending a lot of time at this and next week updating locals on what these changes mean for them. So who do you know that has started making a move in the next 6 months? I'd be happy to put together a custom home value report and send over a custom list of properties that might be perfect for them. Reply back and let me know. Again, we go for that referral. Over here, we have other CTA type of emails as well that you can just plug and play. So for all of these emails, all of these tactics, you can just go ahead and comment 3 listings. Under this YouTube video, we're going to send that over for free. So you can just go ahead and implement this right away. And just to clarify, right, all of these strategies, they're 100% free, no money required, and you can execute these at full speed to generate those 3 listings as soon as possible. Again, without needing a cold call, without needing to door knock out there, without needing to buy those expensive leads.